I think this really is the moment now. Here she is, Rachel Reeves, the first ever female Chancellor, about to deliver the first Labour budget for 14 years. She can hardly keep the smile off her face, can she? She holds aloft that red box for the famous moments alongside her team there in the Treasury. And it is going to be a consequential budget, as Ed and Beth were saying. Perhaps one of the biggest tax-rising budgets for a generation. She's gambling on growth, on investment. We're going to have to see how the markets react in the immediate aftermath. But of course, this is going to set the tone for the next 5 years of this Labour administration. And really, I don't think it's any exaggeration to say the successful failure of this government as well.
It's where we find out what, this matters for all of us, But these tax decisions, the policy decisions that we're going to hear about over the course of the next few hours, they matter for all of us, but more than ever before, because it's not just about the potential increases in taxes we're going to hear about today, and it does look like those are increases in taxes, but it's about setting up the kind of the tram lines, the guidelines that this government is going to be following over the course of the next few years. So it's also about how much are they going to invest, what kinds of things are they going to invest in, and what kind of a government do they want to be? Because, as Beth was saying, I think we're still working that out now. We're still working out whether they want to be investing in a lot of things in the way that Joe Biden is doing in the US, whether they want to be the sensible, whether she really wants to be the Iron Chancellor, so it's all about keeping a grip on the public finances. And so there's still a lot of questions unanswered.
I also feel you can't exaggerate how important this woman on your screens right now is to this Labour project. She is absolutely in lockstep with Keir Starmer. If you talk to, as I'm sure you're aware, Beth, as well, members of the cabinet, they'll always talk about, oh no, I can't get that past the Chancellor, or what would Rachel Reeves say? I mean, she is really at the heart of this Labour government.
Yeah, and I think what's been interesting about this budget is everything has been trailed. So when I talk to people in the government about what's the rabbit going to be today, they will say to me the era of rabbits are over, because what she's tried to do in the way in which she went to the International Monetary Fund at the weekend and signalled that she was changing the borrowing rules in order to borrow tens of billions of pounds more, the way in which they have trailed out what the tax rises are. This is all about trying to roll the pitch so there's no surprises today because of the scale of this budget. So that is kind of what the run-up to this budget has been.
It's worth saying, by the way, markets are not... they were worried that markets were going to get nervous. But they're not right now.